All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics, and today I have an actual unboxing. I have not done one of these in a while, not from a comic I purchased. Actually, this is the first comic I've bought myself or have gotten since July of this year. So it's the last one for 2021 and the first comic I've bought myself since July. Interesting year, we'll just say that. It's unfortunate I had to basically stop my comic book purchasing, but it won't be forever, and this maybe is, kind of an inspiration to hopefully see if I can get my life back on track. Maybe I'll do a comic auction or two, get some revenue flowing, pay some debts that have been accumulating over the past few months, and maybe see if I can start getting back into collecting. Problem is, as far as investments are concerned, I have basically spent a lot of money on comics over the years that are still waiting to reach their peak. I mean, stuff like the Hulk 180s and 181s in the world, the Fantastic Four, 48s and 49s, things of that nature, X-Men comics and stuff like that. So a lot of the comics I have, I mean, I could easily sell, but it would be silly to sell them now when you know that the Fox properties are starting to, probably I would say around Phase 5 start to happen. It's something I've predicted years ago, and that's one of the reasons why I really don't do videos about, what to speculate on, because pretty much I was one of the earlier ones telling people all the way back as far as 2017 about a lot of books that have not even had their movies yet. So for me to just reiterate them just to give you content would be not beneficial to you. So, to me, quality over quantity. So I see a couple people are here. So I'm going to do a surprise also. I'm going to first do the unboxing of this comic. It's a minor key, but it's something people will know about. It's a book I already have, but for the price, I didn't want to pass it up. Unfortunately, they charged me about $25 when it comes to taxes and shipping. So that it still got lower than what I've seen people getting it for recently. But not too happy that eBay charges taxes on comic books. But it is what it is. So the bonus I'm going to do after that, because you guys have been sticking around and being, very supportive and everything, I have 7 boxes, or, 7 comic bags. They're not even really boxes, they're the mailers, that I have not opened and I've had since my days of living in New York. So these are over 2+ years old, of packages I don't know what's in them, and we're going to find out together. So I got 7 of them, so this way, just in case a few of them might not be anything, incredibly amazing, but how awesome would that be if one of them had a Fantastic Four 48 or something? I doubt it, but hey, you never know. I remember doing this once, and I think a New Mutants 98 was in one of them, or a Batman Adventures 12. So it's not impossible. So I see enough people are coming in. 4 people out of the 8, so 50% of the people already hit the like button, so thank you for that. Let me put on the video camera so you could see what is going on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And as you could see probably up there, that's just some of the boxes I have yet to open. Don't ask me why. But like I said, after I do the initial unboxing, I got 7 packages here. Every one of them has been delivered to me when I was living in New York and never unboxed them. So we're going to find out together what they are. But this is the one that I just recently got. I was lucky enough for Christmas to get a little bit of money, not anything major. But I used it to buy myself a comic book. It was actually a nice gift from my mother. She doesn't, because she lives still in New York, and mailing stuff could be a pain. So she decided just to send money instead, and instead of paying bills with it, I decided to treat myself to a comic, something I have not bought, like I said, since January. So, of course, I will tell you the significance of this book. I will tell you the price I paid, which, of course, I always include shipping and handling, because anybody that says they paid $100 for a book when they paid $110 10 because of shipping. They're not being totally honest. And you guys know about my channel. I give all of the details. Alright, so let me just make sure I do this so I don't bend the comic, because it looks like they kind of forced it into the box. And they threw in an extra book. This isn't it, at least I hope not. Nightcrawler #1. So X-Men will eventually be coming, so who knows? That might be a $1 book at some point in the near future. We can only hope and pray. Alright, so let me get this side a little bit more. Take a look at it. Actually looks better than what I thought it would be. Alright, so here we go. I have 2 copies of this. I think I sold one, I'm not sure. But this is the book I purchased for myself for Christmas. Who knows what they're going to be doing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but when prices go down a little bit, that is the time to purchase them. You really don't want to be purchasing stuff when it reaches its peak. Unfortunately, that's what most people do because they just follow what other people do, and that is not good investment practices. So for most people say, oh, this has already had its peak. That doesn't mean it can't have it again. And if you want to add something to your collection, why would you want to overpay? Because if you bought it at the peak and it went down, you're going to be really upset. So I won this for $209.99. And with shipping and the taxes eBay charged me, it came out to $230.88. So not bad, because especially you can see, I don't see any spine ticks along the spine. And with this book, you know, because back in the days when this came out, you know, people weren't really thinking this was going to turn into anything major, so not a lot of people took great care of them. But as you could see, this book, you know, obviously without looking at it, I can't speculate. Is that on the book? No, that's part of the bag. So that little white there, see that? That's part of the bag and not the comic. This looks pretty good. I would say just by looking at the front, easily an 8.5, if not higher. But we'll see. So for $230.99, cannot complain. This is obviously the first appearance right here. I loved him in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. The way they portrayed him actually was really great. Yeah, looks pretty darn good. Cannot complain. I will double check, but I believe this to be a first print. That's what they said. So for that price, I can't complain, and they threw in a bonus book. So that is the book, but like I said, if you stick around, I got 7 packages. All were shipped to me back in the days I lived in New York. So these are a minimum of 2 years old. I will read the dates from these. And just to show, I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in. Probably not going to be able to see it. Yeah, so from New York. So these are all from New York. For whatever reasons, I did not label these. I think that was before I would label stuff, because I would always write the price of what I paid and what the book inside was, so I can open it at a later date. I did not do that on these. This was sent out on August 19th, 2019. So probably because that was right when we were moving to Florida. Because I moved into Florida September of 2019. So we were way into packaging, you know, packing everything up at that point. So that's probably why this one probably just was put away and forgot. So hopefully we'll get some good books in here to show you guys. I doubt, because I never ordered any, you know, there will be no Raggedy Ann number 12s in here. Maybe number 11, but I can't promise a Raggedy Ann number 12. And if there is an included price, I will absolutely let you know. But of course, unless I totally forgot what is the significance, I will let you know. But like I said, I have no idea what's in these. So this has been in that package for almost 3 years. Well, over 2 years. I should learn math. Alright, so they taped this one pretty good, and a lot of people say, well, what if you get scammed or whatever? Well, obviously there's not much I can do about it. Alright, so they did include the receipt, but they did not put the price. So they just said what it is, which, I could just look at the book and know that, so good job on that seller's part. They add a receipt with the most important part not there. But minor book, we'll see what happens. This is something that actually has not happened yet, and if it does, could be significant. This is, and of course hold on, let me just fix this, because if I touch the wire at all, the screen will freeze. So sorry about that. Alright, so I haven't shown the book yet anyway, so my apologies. Yeah, this wire is mega sensitive. If I even sneeze, it will freeze. So the first book in that box is Champions #1. I'm not sure if this is the first Champions, but especially with the rumors of Hercules coming into the MCU, potentially in the Thor movie. Now, of course, that's just speculation and rumors, so you never know, and things can be changed even if rumors were true. Gotta love those pants, by the way. Oh, those are those leather straps. I was gonna say, it's interesting pattern pants. If you know about this one, let me know, but this is the Champions #1, so I'm not sure if that's the first appearance of the Champions, but it is their first solo series, so that might be one to look into. I would assume I paid probably between $5 and $8 for this book at the time. So if the Champions end up in the MCU, well, that might be a book that I can double my money. Who knows? This one feels a little heavy, so we'll see what's in here. So there's probably more than one book, because I don't buy graphic novels. That's just not my cup of tea. But as they say, to each their own. And as I open this, I will turn it over and I will tell you the date this was shipped to me. So this one was May of 2019, so May 10th of 2019. Alright. So this is kind of cool. These are almost like Christmas presents. Hopefully you all had a great Christmas. And yes, this is couple of different comics here. How awesome would that be if there's like 5 New Mutants 98s? Or let's go crazy, 5 X-Men #1s. Which with my luck that'd be the 90s version, which would mean I would have less than I already have. Alright. So they taped the living you-know-what out of this, so I'm just going to cut this. Okay. So far, of the 2 packages, they packed these pretty securely. They added some backing boards, and these are face down, so I still do not know what they are yet. Tape before a live audience. And one thing I will always recommend, when these come with the comics or whatever, save them, because you can put them as additional backing boards in a key comic so they don't bend around as much. So I always tend to save those. Alright, so let's see what these are. Alright, so these are all the same thing. And this is Black Cat #1. I guess that must have been, wasn't that from Southside Comics? I don't think I was doing... No, that's definitely not Southside. I was going to say, I didn't have them sponsored back in when I lived in New York. But this is Black Cat #1. This is the variant edition. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. Do not know what I paid for them because the price is not on there. So I'm sure I bought these because of that cover. Love good cover art. And Tori says, I see my Secret Wars #1 up there. Yeah, I like to switch this around every now and then. These are books I might be cracking open soon and getting graded. Because these are CGC 9.8s, but they're signed. So whoever sent these in sent them to the wrong company because, as you can see, these are green labels. This is a 9.8. The first true appearance of Gambit, even though they call that a cameo. And then Spider-Man 365, which is the first Spider-Man 2099, who has been confirmed in the next Sonyverse Spider-Verse. Both 9.8s, both qualified, and I paid $365 for this one, and I did not write the price on this, but I guarantee you I paid less than what they're worth. And I tell people all the time, this is why you got to do your own research, because even though CGC is the #1 grading company, I will never dispute that, even when I do a PGX unboxing video, they are not always the best for you at that particular time. So you got to do your own due diligence, because I've shown on several occasions where I bought a CGC 9.8 green label for about half of what it was worth, and you can see, and just get it regraded by PGX, or you can use CBCS, because they both do signature verification. CGC does not. All right, so this one was mailed on August 19th of 2019. So again, right before we were moving. So obviously we were packing up everything. So that's why this is something that did not get labeled, because we were probably just throwing stuff in boxes at that point, because we were getting towards crunch time. And I'll tell you, it's the best decision I ever made moving to Florida. I mean, I didn't know then what I know now as far as what's going on in the world. And some of the laws they're trying to pass in New York, if you don't know about it, look up some of the laws that they're going to be trying to pass on January 5th in New York. I mean, it's basically borderline criminal. And I'll just leave it at that, because this is a comic book channel and I don't want to get demonetized, so I can earn my $1 or $2 from YouTube on the ad revenue. I do have Patreon and all that other stuff if you ever want to help out, because, I mean, obviously anything helping out will help me get comics to be able to do videos. Alright, so we have yet another Champions #1. So obviously, back then I was hearing the rumors about potential Champions being in a future MCU event. So hopefully not hopefully not all 7 are the Champions #1s, but we already showed that one wasn't. And if there are like 2 of these or more, another one of those, I'll just go grab another couple of boxes, because I have too many of these that I've never unboxed. I don't know why, because many people say they'd never be able to do it. Okay, so this one has a receipt. Okay, so I paid a total of $7.99 for this one. This is... I don't know why I got this. First Atlas. This is Atlas in a very good... It's a Kirby art. First DC issue. So, not sure why I bought that, but $7.99. So far, this has been an exciting video for you guys, I am sure. If you leave, I understand, but if you do, if you're kind enough to hit the like button before you leave, it's always appreciated. But hey, you never know. Like I said, if the others are kind of like that, I'll get 1 or 2 more, because I want to make it worth your while. Okay, next up. Oh, this one was mailed to me, again, August 19, 2019. So that was a good day for the mailman. So, again, that's why. Alright, so we got another Champions #1. We'll just throw that to the side. Looks like I might have to bring out another box or 2. Hey, you never know. If the Champions #1, if that is their first appearance and the Champions come out, I mean, those could be $100 books at that point. I'd be very happy, because I guarantee you I didn't spend more than $7 or $8 for those, even though they did not include the prices. So this might be the Champions #1 unboxing video. This one does have a price of $8.79, so definitely not New Mutants #1. This is Atlas Comics Iron Jaw #1. When they had rumors about somebody buying Atlas and they wanted to do a whole Atlas universe. So, amazing comics. Probably why I never unboxed these. This was from... When the hell's the date on this? May 18th. Put that in the light. It's so small. May 16th of 2016. Holy crap. That can't be right. That can't be the date. Well, I guess we'll find out. Because I only started collecting comics again in 2016. Oh, okay. This is an empty box. Alright, I'm going to go get 2 or 3 more. So I want to make it worth your while. So stick around for a second. Here we go. So thank you to those that are sticking around. Let's see. I want to make sure these are from New York. If not, I'll just open them anyway. All right, New York, New York, New York. This one's from Florida, so that's recent. We'll do that. This one's from Florida, New York, and New York. And again, well, I'll do this. There we go. Just so you see, from New York. And this was May 27th of 2019. So it looks like there's a pattern here. Most of these were around 2019 as we were packing up, getting ready to get the heck out of Dodge. And like I said, I don't regret that at all. I mean, right now it is in the low 80s and it's almost January. Which, by the way, I hope you all have a happy and safe New Year's. One of the things around here is, since fireworks are legal, they will guarantee you there will be plenty of people shooting off fireworks because they already started doing it around Christmas. Alright, so this one was wrapped pretty good. This seems thicker, so I don't think this will be a Champions #1 unless it's a package of Champion #1s. I always hate these when they put them in there because they... this, with that glue, it's really hard to get these open. But I guess if that's the worst problem I have these days, then things are getting better. Alright, so it looks like there's a couple of books in here. So again, I have no idea what's in here. And neither do you, so that makes us even. Yeah, they make these quite interesting. Okay. I think I can. Alright. Alright, so there's 4 of the same book in this one. Direct edition. If you know of any significance in this book, let me know. But this is The Amazing Spider-Man number 24. Big Spider-Man fan. I think it's the regular cover. The way you can tell is by the code. And yes, these are regular first prints. Oh, I think it's because it was the introduction of this new character, which I haven't heard much about lately. I know I have some variants about it. So again, shows how old these are. Just reading a couple of the comments. This one again, August 19th, so I'm frightened that it's another Champions #1, and they packaged this wonderful quality packaging. So I'm sure it's not a major key issue. I would not be surprised if this one is also a Champions #1, especially with the same date. But we'll see. That's why I'm opening a couple of extra. I have a lot of free time these days, and I appreciate you sticking around and being nice enough to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to check the description of this video or any of my videos, because I always have discount codes and things that I offer you guys. And again, if you ever wanted to support me on Patreon, you can. The link is there. Alright, so this is technically not Champions number 1. But this is one of the Champions number 1s, the Refractor. So this is Iceman. What number is this? Iceman number 6. But it had the Refractor of Champions number 1. Well, I sure hope the Champions end up in the MCU and those books are worth thousands, because then I'll have the last laugh. But it hasn't happened yet, but yet being the key word. But again, some of the things I was predicting back in 2017, and they haven't even happened yet. So, you know, when it comes to investing, sometimes you just got to be patient. Don't worry about where the prices are now. Don't worry about where they were yesterday. Just worry about where they're going. Otherwise, you'll drive yourself crazy. Okay, so they have this. There we go. This one was from July 4th of 2019. So it looks like all of these came around the same time of the year. Alright, so they put the packing tape. You guys know how much I love the packing tape, he said sarcastically. Because this stuff is not easy to take off. You could potentially bend the comic, and it always destroys the bag and board. Alright, so, okay, so this, some Walking Dead books. This was I guess when Rick Grimes was killed, and yeah, this backing board is going to have to be replaced. So this is Walking Dead number 152. So 3 copies of that. Let's see, Champions number 1 is the first team appearance in Origin. Okay, so Steve P, thank you for that. So there you go. So it does have some significance. I'm going to have to change this back and board because that's where they put that tape. And like I said, it always destroys the bag and board. Alright, so next up, this was from August 20th of 2019. Place your bets on the percentage of the chance of it being a Champions number 1. Probably why I never opened these when we were moving. But hey, you never know. Like I said, one time I did this and there was a Batman Adventure 12. Alright, so good news. This is not a Champions number 1. This is the Silver Surfer Black number 1. Not sure if this has any significance. Funny thing is, I never really liked that artwork. But art is speculative, so if you like it, that's wonderful. This one was from June 6th of 2019. A little further back in time. This feels very light, so I don't think there would be more than one comic in here. Alright, so this one does have a receipt. Alright, they taped it down with that wonderful packing tape. Use painter's tape, ladies and gentlemen, when you pack a comic. Don't use packing tape, because you have a very high chance of ruining the comic. I paid $5.49 for this. Another Atlas comic, The Destructor. So, haven't heard many rumors lately about the Atlas comic book movies. So, who knows if that's ever going to happen. But like I always say, when you're investing in stuff, you take in the chance. And that's why I always say buy them early. Because like I said, I paid under $10 for any of those. So if it doesn't happen, you know, you didn't spend $5,000 on books that end up not being worth anything. So if it doesn't work out, it's not that big of a deal. But if it does, you're going to make a heck of a lot of profit. Alright, so again, this is very thinly packed, so I'm having a sneaking suspicion this is not going to be an Amazing Fantasy 15. But that would be nice if that was a pleasant surprise, especially since I've never purchased one. That would be a heck of a surprise. Alright, so this one's not even in a bag and board, but they have a picture of Todd McFarlane. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, okay. They put it and they taped it so it slid out. They put it in one of these, so that's nice of them to do that. Spawn number 8, but signed by Todd McFarlane. So it did not come with a receipt, but that's not that bad. I mean, Spawn number 8 doesn't have any significance other than the Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage, but it is signed, and I've seen his signature many a time. So I'm sure with his signature, that brings this book up to at least $40-50 maybe. But it would have been nice if it would have been Amazing Spider-Man 300 signed, but, you know, what are you going to do? So that's so far, and this is the last one for now, so I don't want to keep you guys if every one of these is going to be, you know, not anything to write home about. But so far, that's the best of the ones that I've opened, unless, again, like I said, the Champions one ends up turning into fruition at one point. And this one was from October 8th of 2019. This must have been one my mother had to mail. Oh, okay, because it says Florida. I was going to say we were in Florida at that point. So that one is just when we moved to Florida. Because when did we get here? We got here on the 17th of September. So we were only here about a month at that point. I'm curious to see what this one is. So it's definitely not a Champions number 1. I could tell you that. So who knows? Maybe we'll finish strong. And again, I thank everybody for hitting the thumbs up. I thank people for still being subscribed to my channel. And hopefully the next year will be much better than 2021. It's been an interesting year, to say the least. But as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Alright, so this is a minor key, but still potential nonetheless. Silver Surfer, number 82, which is the first cover appearance. I think 81 is his first appearance as a cameo. But this is the either the first full appearance or first cover appearance. I think it's the first full appearance of Tyrant, who was rumored to be coming into the MCU. We don't know if that's going to happen. Alright, so nothing majorly to write home about. Spawn number 8, signed by Todd McFarlane, was the best of all of those. But if anything, it was kind of cool to kind of get the what if. You know, it's like scratching off lottery tickets. You never know. You know, you're not going to win if you don't play. So it was worth taking the chance on. I hope you enjoyed this video. 30 of you were kind enough, out of 30. Wow. So 100% ratio hitting the thumbs up button. So thank you for that. And you know what? Since people were kind enough to hit the like button, I'm going to do one more unboxing. I have a couple more of these left from Southside Comics. I don't have the sponsorship with them anymore, but they still use my discount code, so go check in the description if you've never used them before. So, and I still have it in the description to help them out, because they were always good to me, and as you can see, they always package well. So again, I don't know what these are. I did at the time. And look at this. See, just so you could see, one bag, and look at the box they put it in. So they were very good when it came to shipping comics safely. Not once when I was dealing with them did I ever get anything arrived bent or damaged. So I can, to this day, still highly recommend them. And it shows, you know, I don't just recommend people because I'm getting something for free. Because I never got paid by them, and I only got a couple of books free, but I don't get them anymore. So I have no reason to say anything nice if it was only for the free things I got. Alright, so they put another backing board, save those. So there's a lot of comics here. Let's see if anything is worth anything. So if you see anything that you think has value, let me know. Alright, so the first one, how many of these do I have? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. This is by Image Comics, The Me You Love in the Dark. So I don't know if that's one that ever went anywhere, but I got 5 issues of that comic. I'm sorry, 6 issues of that comic. No, 5 issues and a backing board. So 5 issues of that. So if anybody's read that or anybody knows anything about it, that's the first. This one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let me see. I think there was a receipt with this one. Yeah. This one is Sweet Paprika. There's 10 of them. Okay, because one was a backing board. So this is Sweet Paprika number 1. So I have 10 copies of this. This is the Virgin variant. So again, if you know anything about this, let me know. And then the last is the Me You Love in the Dark number 1. This is the Megan Hutchison case cover B. Came with a certificate of authenticity, limited to 500. So I had 4 of those. So I must have bought these because they wouldn't give me that many for free, but they don't write the price on the receipt. So those are the books. Thank you so much to everybody that took the time to watch this video. I hope you appreciated it. I hope you liked it. If you did, hitting that thumbs up is awesome. Let me know what you thought about these. If any of these books that I've shown you think have any spec value or worth anything in the significance that I may not remember, please let me know. But yeah, that's definitely a cool cover. So I believe, yeah, this is all Image. But I don't know if this comic ever went anywhere. If it did, I'm sure one of you will be much smarter than me, and they will mention it in the comments section. Alright, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's do today's surprise subscriber shout-out. To be a surprise subscriber shout-out, you don't even have to be a subscriber. You just have to be in the live chat, as one of these fine ladies and gentlemen are. And if you are picked, you can put a link to either your YouTube channel if you make content. If you don't, if you want to put something on your social media links, you can do that. If you don't have that, if you sell anything on Amazon, Etsy, anything like that, you can post the links. Just keep in mind, they do have to be approved first, so they will not show up when you first enter them, so I don't delete them. I have to approve them first, so make sure that the links do not bring you anywhere inappropriate. So this way you know if you see a link, it has been approved, so it's not going to bring you anywhere that you might not want anybody to go to. So we're going to go with number 1. We're going to go with PH Comics, who thought the Champions was kind of funny, which I don't blame him. And then Tori Tate, you are the second surprise subscriber shout out. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Been a little while since I've made an unboxing video, but I was glad that you were here with me. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to watch my video, for thumbing it up, and maybe hit the subscribe again if you haven't. But keep collecting your comics. I hope you have a happy new year, and let's hope for 2022 to be much better than 2021. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day, and do not forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is we love comics. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you either next video or next year, whichever comes first.